Well, we decided to enjoy the bank holiday on the River Medina. And if you pass Cowes and then carry on up past the Follies pub, you eventually come to Island Harbour Marina on the east side of the river. It's quite tide constrained, so you lock in, but it's a lovely spot and the staff are very friendly, very welcoming. The depth over the lock sill rarely gets below 1.8 metres, so most of us only have to worry about the depth of water in the river. I draw 1.9 metres, and with a tide of 3.4 metres, I can pass the shallows with 0.3 of a metre below my keel, so you don't have to wait for springs. If you call the lockkeeper on channel 80, they've got a digital tide meter, and they'll give you a precise depth of water along the approach. On approach, you need to stay to the west of the channel until you reach this green buoy. Then make a sharp turn to port and closely hug the waiting pontoons. The lockkeeper will pass you lines, set your fenders fairly high. On exit, it's important to continue to the green buoy until you're at least 10 metres off of it before you turn. The marina is the site of a stream with a tiny hamlet owned by Qua Abbey. In 1250, it was dammed up to produce 2 fishing lakes. They also built quite a large tide mill here. This tide mill eventually burnt down in 1945, and the lock and the marina were developed in the mid-1960s.
Does it look like I've got little legs?
Look, I hate to dob my mate in, but there are times when it just has to be done. Look, he's ashamed.
No,
His head is down. Look at the filth. This is his lovely wife.
I got cramp.
Look what she's had to put up with for years.
I got cramp.
Look, the first bit of work he's done, and he's crying cramp. We've had to bring Bang on board.
Look, would you?
And in 5 minutes, we've got this clean. Look how clean it is now.
No, look.
Filthy.
Be silent a minute if you can. It still hasn't got rid of this. It's been on there for ages, actually.
Yeah, it's coming off like a dream.
This little...
I reckon that brush would do it now, Dee.
It's just impossible to get this stuff off. I'd be at it for years.
He's moaning and moaning and moaning. It's a 5-minute job. He says it's 2 years worth of his life.
Job.
It is. Look,
Dave, we've been doing this for an hour and a half, maybe an hour, and we've done a piece of an A4 paper.
Yeah, but that's progress, pal.
It's just ridiculous.
Look, he loves this. This is his brush
This is
collection.
fine,
Look
right.
at
That's
it.
got the handle missing.
And
So
Rach, show them
No,
what he's just given me to clean his boat. Look at it. He said, look, this will clean the boat. Look at that.
We're not sure what
Oh.
it is. But it did have
looks
buttons.
like-
How can you
It
even...
looks like a gusset.
No, but...
There's buttonholes there. Look.
What is it then?
I don't know.
He's given me that to clean his boat.
I don't know what it is, honestly.
No, we don't either.
Look, that's a t-shirt.
It's not a man's t-shirt.
Well, why?
Well, exactly. We're a bit concerned about its origins. I think that's possibly...
It's not pants. It's definitely not pants.
What is it then?
Well, it's got t-shirt buttons. So
No, I think
you're
like
going to
this.
get...
That is a lady's top.
Is
It is.
That is a lady's top.
Yeah.
It's not
Whose
mine.
top is it? That's what I want.
That's what we want to know.
You might remember that Dave's son Joel died 8 months ago. And it's his birthday today, and he used to love to dress his dad's boat, so we've dressed her with flags today in memory of Joel on his birthday. Cool Running's looking as good as she ever will. The next day we decided to take a walk to the ancient church of St Mildred's. St Mildred's was the regular church for Queen Victoria whenever she was resident at Osborne House. They've got her original seat, and her daughter Beatrice was buried at the church. Freaky, but we've got the original Spice Girls bus here.
outside the breeze. Nice selection of drinks. Really nice seating area. And this is table service for later in the day. Outside seating area. Really quite pleasant, looking out over the marina. Really quite a nice lunch stop. Plenty of external tables and some heaters. He's moaning again. He's a short bottom. I nearly said a rude word, but he's moaning that in this lovely place he can't see over the railings. I mean, I get the point a bit.
It's a lovely view to be had there.
That is head height. Actually, it's quite a nice view if they had the railings a slightly different height. I don't want to go on about it, but over the years on our video channel, and none of you have supported me, which makes me really cross, but I've brought to your attention the filthy state of my mate's boat. And not one of you even sends a comment or agrees with me. So we're going to settle this today. It's going to get sorted. It really is.
He's been talking about me, I can hear him. He's going on and on, as if he's saying I don't enjoy this sort of day, but it's lovely, beautiful weather, 28 degrees, I'm enjoying it. It's just that I've got an issue with some... I'll show you later and explain what I mean.
You have got an issue?
Yeah. I've got an issue. And it's been difficult to sort out for years. I've been trying all sorts of gadgets and gear and chemicals.
In 10 minutes yesterday, we virtually cleared the whole patch.
In 10 minutes yesterday, you did about the size of a postage stamp.
Yeah, but notice 10 minutes and it's not even my boat.
But I've come up with a solution. Personally, I've come up with a solution.
I've been relentlessly pursued by your wife and my wife. Last night, you wouldn't have even bothered.
I've been trying to sort this problem out for years,
yeah.
And I've come up with a solution.
That was a team solution.
And we will explain it a bit later on when we get back to the boat now. We're on our way back. We've been to Newport.
Great.
It's a lovely, it's quite a long walk, but it's hot on a zone like this. But
very hot.
A place called Hurst's hardware store.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's the best place for buying stuff.
Hardware stores and ironmongery stores combined used to be massive. Everything you want there for a boat. It's wonderful.
He brought a little whiteboard, a little plastic £1.50 whiteboard so that you can make notes, etc. Which is, yeah, fine. He's brought a hook.
Yeah.
A hook.
Command hook.
A little sticky hook thing. That'll be
I wasn't
up
allowed
there for
to
a
use
day, I
screws,
reckon, before it falls off. We shall see. But anyway, we'll explain this.
So negative, aren't you?
We're going to come here and dry out.
Yeah, we are. Lee Shores, watch out for it. When should we do it? October or November, probably?
October, yeah.
So watch out for that one.
So here's the issue. Hundreds of these little spots. I think they're algae. But if you brush them, if you use chemicals or anything, it does not touch them. So I've started to use a blade, and you have to go through every one of them, often from a different angle, and dig them out. And it takes a blooming age. There's probably 1,000 of them, and sometimes they congregate into big patches, and it looks an eyesore. But it's so difficult to get rid of without scratching it out. So we're going to go with a little bronze brush. We'll see. So the brushes didn't work. We've resorted to the only thing that works, and that is palette knives.
So, I mean, who would have thought a palette knife on a boat, but we use it for scraping off the copper bottom when we anti-foul. We use it for the prop, for the rudder, and now for this. And by the way, it's perfect for scraping off the barnacles and seaweed from my tender, which gets barnacled up very quickly.
There you go.
Here you see Dave Rabet's doing his bi-weekly clean on his winch handle pocket.
No, it's not true.
It's quite a lot to come out
of it.
But what we have discovered is the use for acetone. We've just done a fender on Cool Runnings, which we'll show you in a minute, which was filthy black all over. It's come up as good as new. And Dave got so inspired, he's doing the winch handle pocket during our relaxing coffee break. And they just cleaned the floor before he started. So It's really good planning.
Come out of there.
Look at that.
Really disgusting. I don't know how to
I
get
don't
in
know.
there.
You'd think that a winch handle pocket is
I think it has shrunk about half an inch. Look.
How did that happen? No, no, put it in upwards. Put it in upwards. That's it. You've got it.
That was hard work at that.
Now Dave has a challenge with his hot water system. When it's plugged into shore power, every now and then if he doesn't turn it off quick enough, it overheats and emits steam, and then occasionally it blows something in the circuit. It's incredibly difficult to put right. So we've pulled up the bilge boards, which are lovely on this boat, by the way, little individual catches and screwed down in case he inverts, quite possible with his type of sailing, you might argue. But look how difficult it's actually going to be to fix it. That's where the red and blue pipe goes, and we've got to somehow, if it's possible, fix a connector to it. And here's the offending contributor to the process, the hot water tank, this massive cavernous cave locker. And there we go, that's the piping with an elbow joint and a jubilee clip. Fortunately that one's held. So we're off to the Chandlers to see if we can effect a repair.
So, honestly, I didn't even understand a word of
He's
that.
complaining.
So basically,
no,
when my water heater is heated by the engine, it heats to a decent temperature. When I connect to shore power, it gets so viciously hot it becomes a steam bomb. And I left
like
it
an
on
espresso
too
machine,
long.
literally,
Yeah.
isn't it? You open your tap.
It steamed through the system and it melted or softened the pipes to the point where they blew, and it's blown in a most awkward place underneath the cabbage cell where I can't get to it. So we're going to try and bypass it. Oh, pain.
So what we've done is we've bought 10mm pipe, couple of metres. We've got some internal little spigots like this, connectors and jubilee clips to secure it, and this is the easy bit this end. We've had to use hot water just to soften the boat's red piping. We think the boat red piping, the boat's own plumbing system, is not speed fit.
It's just a...
But this is the
like.
best way we can, we think, at least get a connection that stops the problem.
Right.
What's really good is Dave's very safety conscious, so just by his left hand, when you see that pool of blood there, are the two knives that he keeps ready for either cutting himself or the job, whichever takes his fancy at any one time.
Such a...
We've had to use the hot water again, and it's a real pain to try and get in here. These things are always so difficult.
It stinks of coffee, Dave. Why is that?
Almost inaccessible, aren't they?
Why does it stink of coffee in here?
Why, it's nice, fresh smell. I knew about sitting against it myself.
It stinks of coffee because someone dropped a whole mug down here.
Yeah.